Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Boo COVID Raw. We are currently up by 18 points, and I'm a little bit excited about this race because this is one of my favorite tracks. Love this track. It's another track that has an intersection, so there's the possibility for crashes, but both these two little sections is actually a big jump. So it's kind of unlikely for there to be a crash, but if there is a crash, it will be quote unquote awesome. This is also a pretty fast track, so we should be good. By the way, I am guaranteeing a win, so no pressure on us here. Let's see what happens. Nope. Go. This first lap is so crucial. We're actually looking pretty good. Big jump. We're going fast. Don't you dare hit. Oh, no, don't hit the wall. Oh, that was really close. You hit those tires, you usually lose a tire. Ooh, that was very close. Alright, we're okay though. We escaped that. Let's go back and see that opening. Like, usually this is one of the tracks where that first turn, everybody just kind of gets bunched up together. Let's see where the ice cream. Actually, let's watch us. Why not? Let's watch us. Looking good. Oh, well, that wasn't too much drama. Not too bad at all. But we're not in first, so let's get up there so we can deliver on our promise. Big jump. You know what I could do is be a bully. Boom! Oh crap. That was probably not a good idea. That was probably a bad idea. Where's my map? Well, we're in first though. I don't know how that happened. Well, I mean, I know how it happened. I don't know what happened after it though. We gotta go back and see that. That's where we almost hit the tire. Wow. Alright, what happened here? I mean, again, we know what happened, but let's just watch it again. Like, I honestly, I should win this race. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks. And it's pretty easy. It's a pretty straight track. Well, that wasn't too bad. No, they started crashing, and the AI just kind of gets confused. Well, we cannot hit our hood again, because if we do, we will probably get smoke. Those snowflakes, so we do not want to do that. So let's stay in first and keep careful. Great idea. Get a good turn, a good drift around here. By the way, they call me DK, the Drift King. Who remembers that movie? I'm sorry this might upset a lot of fanboys out there, but Tokyo Drift is the best Fast and Furious movie. Do not argue with me. Do not argue with me. So I hear you arguing with me, and I don't like it. I know everybody says, like, I think, was it Fast 7? Fast 7 is one of the best ones because that's the one that Paul Walker is where he splits up with Dom. When I see you again. It's a cool scene, don't get me wrong, but every Fast and Furious movie after Tokyo Drift just gets more and more ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how, like, they're flying cars through the air and, like, doing these, like, I get it. I mean, I love action movies. I understand that it's cool. But, like, it's a movie about car racing, which is, like, car racing and street racing, which is somewhat realistic, and it's a great movie plot because it's like, it is something that's realistic, but it is not something that's normal. But then, like, 3 or 4 movies in, you're, like, sorry, 3 or 4 movies after Tokyo Drift, you're doing, like, all this crazy stuff with cars, like, web slinging, and I don't even know what, they're going through the air and making these huge explosions. I don't know, it's just too much. Maybe it's because, like, when I see an action movie, if the plot is real, then I want to see real stuff. Like, I just like Tokyo Drift because, like, everything that happens in Tokyo Drift could actually happen. And it felt pretty real. For the most part. The only thing that doesn't feel real in Tokyo Drift is Lil Bow Wow. Like, why is Lil Bow Wow in that movie? Why is Lil Bow Wow in Tokyo Drift? I mean, I'm not complaining. I actually like his character. He's a likable character, but it's just so random. He's just in random movies. I actually really enjoyed Like Mike. I watched that. I remember renting that from a Blockbuster way back in the day. But I enjoyed Like Mike. They're playing basketball. They're playing basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. I love the way they dribble up and down the court. And that's all I know, so don't worry, you're not going to hear a whole song. Speaking of sports movies, the main character from Tokyo Drift, his name is Lucas Black. I actually really like him as an actor. I think he's in a like CSI or Law and Order that takes place in New Orleans. It's some drama show that takes place in New Orleans. That's really all I know. What is it CSI? I don't know. But anyways, he's in some New Orleans-based crime show. Anyways, he's also in a movie based on high school football in the state of Texas called Friday Night Lights. You may have heard of the show. There's also a movie that has him, Lucas Black, and also has Billy Bob Thornton as the head coach. That is probably my favorite sports movie, I would say. It's just like, I mean, I played high school football, and that movie does a pretty good job of encapsulating, like, the different emotions and, like, the different feels that you get when playing high school football. And that's why I love that movie so much. I have, like, an ongoing tradition to watch that movie the first Friday night of the football season every year. That's the tradition as of right now. However, as we get closer to the football season, aka August and September, I'm becoming more and more scared and worried that we might not have a college football season. Now, from what I've been hearing and reading, the NFL still can go. I think the NFL can still have their games, and they'll just televise them, and that's where they'll get their money. But this is from like speculations and what I've been reading and hearing on podcasts and stuff. Let's get around this guy. Nice pass. DK. Okay. Based on what I've heard, it doesn't seem like it's very feasible to have college football going on without fans in the stadium, which is kind of sad because I'm also hearing that there will not be college football played if there's not students in the classrooms, which seems to be a possibility for some schools. So now the NCAA and the conference, I guess it's more up to the conferences, but the conferences have to now figure out, is there a way we can still play without, like maybe there are some schools that are not in session and some schools that are not participating in fall sports. Does that mean that maybe some schools can play football and some schools don't have to participate? I mean, in which case now we're getting into these weird murky waters of like, well, if school A is supposed to play school B, but school B is not meeting in classes, then what happens? Is it an automatic win? Is it just a disqualification? Like what exactly happens? So I don't know. It's a weird situation with this coronavirus. But anyways, I guess we just power on. Whether there's football or not football. No football. We'll continue on and keep our promise of winning this race. Nice. I gotta wait for the blue car to go all the way around. Wow, that race went fast. I feel like I talked a lot during that race. Anyways. That was race... What race was that? Race 9? No, race 7. Yeah, that was race 7. So now we're up by 22 points. We're doing good. We're doing very good. But a little bit of a sad note for college football fans, just because now, again, we're reminded of what could possibly happen or not happen for the college football season. Anyways, let's end on a good note. We're up by 22 points. We came in first. We're going to continue powering on. And I will see you in a week. See ya.